US and Cuban leaders to discuss over migration. In the highest-level formal US discussions with Havana since Joe Biden's election as vice president last year, American and Cuban officials are expected to meet on Thursday in Washington, D.C., to address migration issues. Undocumented immigrants from Mexico are increasingly finding their way to the United States, and Cubans make up a larger share of them. Washington and Havana have a lot of disagreements about things like the Cuban government's crackdown on protests, American sanctions on the communist-run island, and more. This has made it hard for the countries to work together on issues like illegal migration. According to two unnamed sources, Cuba's Deputy Foreign Minister Carlos Fernandez de Cossio will lead the group. They are anticipated to meet with high-ranking U.S. government officials, including those from the State Department and other departments. Unnamed U.S. officials and sources said Washington wants Cuba to return more deportees from the record number of Cubans crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. Cuba has made it clear that it is in favor of migration that is conducted in an orderly and secure manner. U.S. restrictions from the Cold War period, as well as Havana's closure of its American consulate department, are being held responsible for an increase in illegal migration from Cuba. After a 4-year break, the State Department said last month that it will resume processing certain Cuban visas in Havana in an attempt to reduce the backlog. However, progress has been sluggish. In comparison to other known official meetings since Biden assumed office in January 2021, the upcoming discussions on Thursday seem to be at a more senior level. There was no quick response from the Cuban authorities to concerns about the situation. After a seminar on migration in Panama, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and his regional colleagues are slated to meet for the first time. That summit isn't going to have a Cuban delegation. During Biden's first year in office, an unprecedented number of migrants tried to enter the United States-Mexico border. Officials in the United States are bracing for an even larger population this year. In the midst of a deteriorating economy in Cuba, many Cubans sold their houses and flew to Managua, Nicaragua, in November, hoping to reach the United States through Central America.